This map upcoming, that's it. You're done for stage 2.
With how dominant map 1 was in favor of EG, it looked like they were going to run away with this series. But now NRG are in a position where if they win on Split, and they have a nasty good comp on Split, if they can win here, they will have eliminated Guard, then Ghost, then EG.
Actual Grim Reapers.
Yeah.
In stage 2, just eliminating a lot of the teams, the heavy-set favorites, but EG are coming through. There's something a bit more curated. The nade against the back wall, but the rendezvous was available, ready and waiting. There is an attempt at a punish, but he Aftershock, it pushes away that aggression.
And already you're seeing EG try and turn up the tempo, get some defensive aggression out of their pistol round. They win so many of these, but they lost both of them on Ascent. One of the big reasons that map was so one-sided. And still able to claw it back, actually, to a 13-8 respectable scoreline. Ethan works his way reactively up through ropes. Apos just jiggling this angle and does spot somebody. Still with a star, ready to play around.
Prowler destroyed. It does remove a lot of their information that they might have. Still some zips across the site, but the kills this time flooding in the way of EG. The pop flash can't quite find the target, but luckily the teammates are there ready and waiting. Oh my goodness, flick of the wrist. Tex. Not a lot to work with. 1 bullet in the chamber, 16 health. Anything will do it. A slight breeze might take him down.
What a shift in tempo. That B hit had everybody trying to trade for each other. And suddenly, it's quiet.
Seconds left.
As Com tries to figure out whether or not this is a fake. Realizes at this point, just Tex trying to bait him in.
It has to be a headshot from Tex. It has to be. 1 bullet. That's not enough. He doesn't anticipate the timing.
And what an incredible timing that Com caught. It was right as Tex moved off that sight line.
To try and go for the plant as well.
Tex had the right idea, but just marginally off with it. This utility usage that came out from EG, a little slow, both in terms of the pull and the flash, but you can see the game plan there. NRG swarming in off the back of using their horn to the other side of the smoke, and barely don't manage that one. Like we've been saying, EG need the pistol rounds to win these maps. And they've got one on the board already.
When we were looking at the agent select as well, the analyst was talking about it. I liked Mimi's point talking about the Cypher and Boostia, what it adds to this. And typically we're talking about the strength of this guy, playing the chamber, hitting shots. The cam really does set up a lot of those, not necessarily trap plays, but I mean the opportunities there.
Yeah, flashing off cam contact, flashing off a trip being broken.
And he has so many defensive setups when he plays Cypher.
Yeah.
On this map in particular. He's always chopping and changing.
EG's comp fault line into Suck is incredibly powerful as well. You can throw a nade in there. They have a lot of options, but as does NRG. I'm a big fan of how their composition works.
Yeah.
And I think they got great value out of it recently. The first time against XZ looked a little wonky, but I think both of these teams have got very different styles on the map, but it's relatively even. Couldn't call a favorite. That's a great way to have an elimination game in the playoffs. Here's a prepped fault line into stun. Com deciding not to use it there, as Jorgamo doesn't see any contact up in B heaven.
Presence being found. You can see just walking into the trip. The stun's overlaid. Trailblazer supplementing with it. Now a flash to try and re-peek into this one, but the players are ready. And Tex, this guy's too clean with it. Even taking the stray bullets from on high, from up heaven. Can the Spectres really do that much work? And the answer is no.
NRG is so dangerous in these kind of rounds. Tex is just a beast with the Headhunter. Falls down to Jorgamo and Apoth to recover this round. They are massively advantaged in terms of the weaponry and the health. But there's still 3 players to deal with.
All it takes is a single shot. How is Tex so consistent? You're all right, Josh. Health not on the side of them. Up top, that's going to be a corner cleared. Not too much more now to worry about if you are EG, but still potential for it to go wrong. Spectres in play, fully healthy, and now the elbow, they're being squeezed. The timing they take is great.
Yeah, good timing. Really nice play. Both of the players pinching at the same time into Haze, who was the player with health on the board. And EG managed to put another one on, but it's another dangerous round. And I think these NRG second round plays, when they're so precise with classics, with headhunters, they're taking a bit of the sting out of the momentum, because EG now can't have a very good bonus. They're going to have to invest. They're going to have to put risk on the line here. They can seriously lose something in the next round. It's not a freebie.
They're choosing not to invest.
Oh, they're
still
not
keeping
going
the
for
bonus
it.
going.
Okay.
I'm curious.
This is going to be a very light bonus round.
Ping's happening over towards A main. Are they going to go for some sort of play here?
Looks like Jorgamo would take contact, maybe have a stun into the suck.
Yeah.
No, choosing to go for a smoke deployed out of that star instead.
There's a flash there. They're just pushing them away. And while all that's happening on the other side of the map, you can see that NRG are happy to take control of this one. Satchel off to the side. That's in case there's a deep camp.
Which Boostio is going to be running a lot of the time. You need to be aware of that. The Satchel, though, is fantastic. Has such a large area of effect.
Yeah, it instantly takes care of it.
Yeah. And Boostio is going to be constantly playing a game of cat and mouse in terms of his setups, trying to put it into unusual positions where he can continue to get good, valuable information throughout the round. And NRG will be trying to break them. A heavy emphasis on removing those eyes from Boostio, whether it be the trap or the cam, is going to be crucial for NRG.
The big one. But now the push comes through. NRG, weapons online. Can they try and catch this one? Jorgamo, the only thing he's catching is a great timing. EU falls, formed it to the back of the site, but with the Sheriff, got to hit the head. The flash, how? Some just couldn't see in the moment. And the kills are all flooding in this time, though. EG getting a couple of upgrades while they're at it, and Reformed, fearless, man. Guys running forwards. Tech's fully stunned up, though. Can he really just return the fire? One more bullet left in the clip. Has to reload. They know where he is. Dodging, juking, everything being chucked at him with 11 seconds remaining. The trade is there eventually. EG winning out. They had really nothing. We talk about winning that.
We talk about EG being so good in the pistol rounds, but that was an eco where they're able to get, again, crazy value out of pistols. Reformed with a Sheriff hits a lovely shot on sight, but what you don't catch on camera is Apoth at the same time. Look at Apoth's position on the minimap, wrapping around the back there and catching Hazed with the Frenzy. Reformed with another nice one, and it's just all left up to Tex.
Yeah. EG not afraid to take the risky timings. They know, obviously, they don't have that advantage.
That's instantly a backbreaker for NRG. Ruins the economy.
Yeah, the money is just being destroyed.
And EG had basically nothing in that bonus. It shouldn't have had any teeth.
Not only that, Josh, look at the ultimate situation for EG now. It's own defense side. They got the weaponry. Reform's one away from the Seekers. They've already got the showstopper.
For NRG, their playmaker has got to be Tex with this tour de force. He's going to take it for a walk up through B Heaven. It's off Jorgamo's contact here. There's no cam to be worried about, but Tex still having a glance around for it. Good timing on the flash. Stun catches Tex.
No way.
Oh.
He can't get out of there.
Oh, he can, actually.
Runs his way forward. He is so low, though.
Actually, he's still got his rendezvous around here somewhere. I mean, you can see it in
further
mid.
back, though.
He had to.
Does he still want to take this?
He had to get out of rendezvous range to dodge the nade, and he's still being a threat.
Not enough. A bit of an elbow, but this time it's NRG taking it. All weaponry. Still, they want to take the fight. Flash around the sides. Reformed is doing a good job of just peeling them away, and another head is found. Somdo returning fire, but Jorgamo right behind his teammate. Bit of vengeance in play.
And that is a perfect example of a dangerous defensive setup from EG. You have flash off the cam contact in A Heaven, and on the B side, you have a trap play set up off the back of Jorgamo's contact, or even just a timing based on some utility.
Yeah.
Because they went for a flash peek and a nade. But here in A Heaven, Reform's flashes are being informed by Boostio's cam. You can see it up there. These players had no hope.
Gives him the correct timing.
It gives him the correct timing, and he's happy to fight. NRG, I guess the benefit is that they found that kind of setup on an eco round. This time, though, the cam...
This is the trouble with Boostio, man. You can find his setups, but he's got one for every situation.
Yeah.
He changes it up so often.
And it's not just Boostio. There's always someone playing off it.
Yeah. An idea behind it. Always an idea behind it.
Now, this time, the idea seems to be that they're going to let somebody get deep into ropes. So this cam can't see into mid. The idea is to catch someone when they actually take ropes control. And for NRG, they're not doing it at this point in the round. Making their way.
It's just a fast Heaven play. Right through the cage. Luckily, the return fire. There's a trade in play, and no one really expecting Tex there.
Yeah, weird position from Apoth, actually. Looking to try and catch a player Rafters, but most people, most teams, as they get into B-site, are going to drop someone Hell and Rafters at the same time.
Plan was going down. It's a fight that they want to take. EG sending the flashes going. Trailblazer now. Off into the back. Stun. That's going to find his target and find the second one, in fact, as well. Layering up all that utility. They know that Ethan can't swing from the back, but eventually all of it does fade away. And with this crossfire, it's an impossible task for EG to really win out. They have to just take their timing so well here. You gotta be kidding me. The damage com doesn't know where this other player is. He finds a spam. He expects it from heaven. But does he know? Hazed. Watching it. A quick tap. No noise being made. A bit of a jiggle.
3 bullets.
Almost catching it. But Hazed, he wins it out.
And that is so crucial that Hayes wins the 1v1 because he really was just baiting the rest of his teammates there.
There was no swing.
Clutch. Yeah, there's a crossfire happening. And they've got a player just tucked into that back corner in a devastating position.
The triple face there just destroys him.
Yeah. So Hayes was not involved in trying to hold the crossfire, instead just playing to deny information and make it a difficult 1v1 at the end, and he comes out on top.
Every moment.
Well, not quite. There are times where it's a good idea to bait your team.
Sure.
And Hayes gets value out of that one.
Came out with a round win.
Okay, so they're running the same trap play in mid. It didn't get detected in the previous round.
Oh, but that knife really does throw a wrench into things, doesn't it?
But not for too long. Reform now with flashes back online.
Oh, he's got it. And here we go. Flash over the top. Mistimed? Possibly.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a squeeze. How does Tex get this kill?
Quite ridiculous. He just dives in afterwards.
Okay, well, no time wasted here for NRG. They want to go off the back of this one. Null commands. Rolling Thunder is actually going to be gliding his way through heaven. Tex managed to avoid brunt of it, but still the damage. Can they hold on to this one? NRG losing so many players. Spike's still not down with a showstopper now in Jogmo's hands. He's smart with it. Rocket in hand. He often waits until the final moment just to buy time, making sure that nobody can play into him.
Dodges the showstopper.
Oh, no way! What a shot! Look at the wrist. 17 health. He just can't. And I mean, listen.
Would have been one of the nastiest 1v2s.
Would have been nasty. Would have been nasty. Just took the wrong gamble on the angle.
Yeah. And EG made it very difficult for him there. Showstopper in his face. An aftershock over at Pillar too. I think Apoth is overheating a little bit in terms of how he's anchoring B.
Yeah.
2 and 5 currently found himself in some really awkward positions. But this was also a bit messed up. I think he got on the rope a little too early, so he couldn't actually pop the flash. Or maybe the flash was supposed to be a fake, but he just didn't get the rifle out in time. I'm not sure what happened there particularly. Either way, the trap play not working as intended, and that's one of Boostio's setups now that can't really be replicated for the rest of the half. Thankfully, EG were able to win it out off the back of the breach ultimate mainly that happened over in B Heaven.
Yeah, I mean, that cleaved through heaven.
NRG take a timeout. Their sight hits have been good. Once they actually get up into B Heaven, they've been able to trade out fairly effectively onto the site. They've got down into 1v1, 2v2.
The aim's not the problem. I mean, even the tools, the comp that they've got, honestly, should have a pretty high success rate, you'd think, honestly.
I think EG have just been responding to things nicely.
Yeah, they have. It's so difficult to play catch-up to this.
Yeah. And EG are very fast on the rotates. It feels like the A anchors are in B Heaven by the time NRG are ready to plant. Maybe NRG can throw in a couple of fakes here. Hayes trying to figure out how he should adjust his IGL style. He's the one with a hero rifle in this round. Plan for this round, hit the heads.
Yeah, I think so. Hard to get stuff done, though. Split attack side.
They've got some big ults to work with.
3 avenues. Is it just going to be a fast play? No. The knife pulls one of the smokes out. Apoth holding up top of this angle here. Now the showstopper off to the side. Does anybody clear it? They do spot it out, but that rocket, oh my goodness.
Boostio being able to get 2, though, in the meantime is more than perhaps he should have been able to. Look at this. This is what I'm talking about, the delay. The nade comes down, the dog comes down. This all buys time for the A players to rotate over.
Timing trying to be taken. Ethan finds it. What do we got now? Down to the 1v1. And a rifle be gained for EU, or is he really just working with 100 health? And a classic. And it's a free gun. We've seen many moments like it, but not from this range. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. You have got to be joking. My class, it doesn't work like that.
That's a free gun. That's absurd.
Actual free gun moment.
NRG finding value there. I said these sight hits have been good. They've been able to get down into 1v1 scenarios. Love this peak. The rocket into heaven finds the kill onto Boostio. And the trades are good from NRG. But EU collects the final 2 with a classic. Just hitting head after head.
Filthy.
bonkers.
Filthy stuff.
And after EG should have been into a commanding lead economically, they are put down onto a Thrifty round.
What a round to win on their Thrifty, though. NRG now, they reset the economy. Like you said, Josh, they put EG now onto this eco round, and they're still going for the same trap play.
And I think both of these compositions should be pretty good on the defense side. So the question is, how many do NRG really need? 4, maybe? Hard to say. Really difficult to say. But there are 3 shorties in play right now for EG on Boostio, Apoth, and Com. They're not really in great positions to get value out of them. All 3 of these players the deepest onto the site. But I'm sure they've got a plan to try and get value out of them wherever the NRG hit comes through. And most of these rounds have been B splits or B main pops. Point being that it's been Apoth under pressure the majority of the time.
Space gained for NRG. They immediately back off. Bit of utility used just to clear through.
They are taking so much time off the clock though here. And I always get worried when the anti-eco rounds end up with such little time remaining.
I would agree with you.
At the first point that NRG throw out a Prowler, all of these EG players are going to start collecting towards A.
They're working with shorties.
Yeah, there's
so normally, I would agree.
Not too much of a problem.
I would agree, but if they can play the range fight, and they're running it down. Look at my, where did he get this Spectre from? Sprayed through the wall, though. He's fallen.
Could have been dangerous. Still is dangerous.
Okay, jumping through. But yeah, it is left up to Com in a 1v3. Only the shorty. He's using his utility, but he has claimed a bit of weaponry, passing it around, dodging the seas, a bit of a displacement. Running and gunning, you have got to be joking. And now, the Vandal.
Whoa, he was pre-aiming the perfect spot. And that really did get dangerous. Com almost winning a 1v3 that would have been a backbreaker for NRG.
I really did write off that round.
Ooh.
I thought there's no shot they were able to get into any sort of situation where you can find value with these shorties. But look at how they lined up for him.
Yeah, they really did. Com was doing damage to both of them at all times. That's actually hurt the NRG economy. I only got a quick glance at it there. But I think they're all going to be on light armor. Tech's forced to use his tour de force here.
Just Haze.
Yeah, there's only Haze on light armor, actually. So they've managed to get together a pretty decent buy. Not too bad for NRG. A lot of ults online for EG, though.
Yeah, and I think that might be the goal now. This is not necessarily an important round in terms of if you break NRG, if you win the round out against them, their economy is going to be broken. But definitely want to try and snowball this so you don't lose your guns.
One Boombot flies up mid. And from Evil Genius's perspective, they don't know if there's people there behind it. Setting up, by the look of it, yeah, a fault line over towards ramp. They've got great understanding of the timings here. There's nobody really giving them information. I suppose Boostio's cam
It's the cam,
may have caught
in the cross.
Yeah, may have caught a cross there.
And the Prowler removes one of the trips, and now you can see the null command just comes through. They realize that it's pretty free to take. Only Thunder though, that's a counter play. It's caught onto a ton of the players just holding close right now. Boostio leading the charge for his team. Knocked Ethan to his knees. The Cosmic Divider split across the site. This is EG just trying to battle back, regain control of the map. But Haze, he makes a preemptive play, a bit of instinctual moments from him, I think. They're going to be going for their own spawn.
Yeah, what an audible for Haze to call. And once more, the pressure is on Apoth. Really difficult scenario for him to be in here. Getting pinched from all angles.
We don't know where they are. He spots it for an angle for a moment. The TP though! 1-2 players going down. Can he get the third? A shot through the wall. Tex so low in the moment. But tour de force in hand. Quick recovery time on that one. A flash as well. Som, he returns it all down to Com.
He almost won a 1v3 in the previous. With only a Spectre.
He's feeling himself.
Doesn't really have any good information on where these players could be. NRG have dropped back into playing backside and B main post plants previously, so maybe Com has some kind of idea.
They to deny plant or deny the defuse. They don't even have to swing out into this one. Quick tap.
Here comes the nade.
Yeah.
Gives away the position of the Raze here.
Time's running low though. At this point, Com is just thinking, surely there's a player close.
You can hear footsteps.
There's the one. Tries to spray it down, anticipating a second, but now no more time. Perfectly played by Som. Patience.
Yep. Great patience. Ticking the time off the clock. And Com, again, playing well in the clutch, but just not enough. One step away in the last couple of rounds. And NRG, they're pulling them up. They're finding the kills when it's necessary, and I think you've got to give a lot of credit there to Hazed on the audible call to pivot away.
That was really nice, actually.
Yeah.
Great reaction.
As the Cosmic Divide comes through from Apoth,
Yeah.
he's able to get a pick. I think it was on Jorgamo holding spawn, and just opens the avenue back to B.
Their own Cosmic Divide kind of working against them. Look at the way it cuts it across.
They really didn't expect Apoth to be here, but Som hit some great shots as well in the late round. The kill onto Boostio, and then this kill in Heaven onto Reformed as well. These rounds are getting scrappy, and NRG are thriving in the chaos. In the previous map, it felt the other way around, where EG were
Towards the
creating
tail end.
chaos in the tail end and getting some level of value out of it on the comeback. But now it feels like NRG are adjusting. EG take a timeout.
Post plants have been good for NRG. Almost every single round they've been able to get this plant down. It's resulted in them winning out, with the exception of that second round you're seeing on the timeline.
Where they're massively unfavored when it comes to the economy. So yeah, in terms of when they've had a chance in the round, a reasonable chance in the round. Hey, and they even made that one close.
Yep.
So yeah, NRG have been very good at it.
Back down to the half pipe for EG.
They can still be so dangerous in these scenarios, though, because if you run into a trap play with weaponry and you're full blind or you're stuck, what can you do?
Yeah.
So you still got to be really careful, and that's why we saw NRG bleed the clock out so much in their previous anti-eco.
Got to set something up. Just taking contact here. I mean, doesn't look like they've really got too much. In mid, EG with the setup, a bit of a crossfire from Ropes and Mail.
Yeah, I think they're just playing off utility timing. Expecting that NRG would not just be contact walking up mid.
No, not against the half buy.
So the boombox is going to give them some idea. Flash prompts out a counter flash, but they're still not going to go for anything too aggressively. I think for EG, they've got an idea that NRG are just going to play really slowly on these anti-ecos. So once the time gets to about 40, 30 seconds, getting a read on where they're going and pouncing might be the play. NRG are starting to group up a little earlier, though. 10 seconds earlier this time around.
EG are re-clearing mid. Ape off. Okay, knife tags him up. Information gathered, though. The smoke will push him back. Con was lurking in mid there. That's caught by Tex, who was just holding from sewers.
But the question is, can they really pivot A? I suppose they could through Ropes, but with 30 seconds left, this is a B hit. There's 3 players here.
Yep.
Could it still get dangerous?
They have to clear close. Everything really just being used just in case they're holding with the shotguns. Blast back off to the side. Jorgamo, how do you get that one? Is the return fire there? The answer is yes. Rotating around this pillar now. No noise cues for them as they are fully deafened up, but a quick hop around the corner. The spike is in the hands of them. Players in position. They're going to be able to start to get that plant down. It's up to Boostio.
Spike planted.
And once more, these anti-eco rounds are getting really sticky, but I think NRG should have done enough. Boostio with a kill makes it so...
No way!
Hayes just peeks out!
They've opened it up. They've given him the opportunity. A flick of the wrist. Not enough for Boostio.
How are all of these anti-eco rounds so close? It does not feel like there's a single free round.
It's the weirdest half of VALORANT I've seen in a while.
They're all close, but they're all still being won.
Yeah.
But it keeps the economy in such a strange situation where every time, it's very turbulent.
It's in half buys against full buys.
There have only been 3 full buy rounds in this half so far. Out of, what is that, 10, 11? Yeah, out of 10 so far.
Shake them up.
This is the 4th full buy round that you're seeing. And again, EG on the brink of it. NRG would only have a couple left. This is fast.
How do you escape that? Jorgamo tries to satchel his way backwards. Still the return fire. Satchel play, and now the entire kitchen sink just being lobbed at Com.
He's worried, but these players have not gone into the site, actually, taking a heaven control instead.
Just walking in.
What a change of pace.
Hiding from the dog. He gets destroyed a little bit earlier. Did they expect these players to be this close?
Not a clue.
Personal, yep. Com just did not know.
I mean, he's just walking in with his knife out. Completely caught off.
Reformed returns? He gets 2?
That's not a situation where he's favored to win those, but every round has come down to the wire.
He's on 40 health.
All of these players refusing to give up, refusing to get eliminated.
You go peek. One drop down. Now he knows the players. At least one of them deep onto the side. The flash. An angle being taken. The disrespect being shown as he still pushes forwards, and Boostio's helping him out from heaven. The angle was found onto EU, and Ethan tries to tap the spike plan. It's a win for EG. How is it coming like this? But what a performance from Reformed. How does he get away with those 2 kills in heaven?
Yeah, after the rest of his team fumbled there, and not in a terrible manner particularly. They just had no idea that NRG had instantly and quietly taken A heaven control.
A hit from the Trailblazer.
And Reformed, once he gets the indication that they're in A heaven, manages to reswing and get 2. What a round. And this is NRG. Again, final round of the half, and they're buying triple Spectre and a Stinger and an AWP.
Spectres on both sides.
This half, no one's been able to get any momentum at all.
Back and forth, back and forth. Every time coming down.
What a roller coaster of a half.
1 or 2 players alive, but operator in the hand of Tex. It's a glass cannon, no armor.
You just can't separate these 2 teams, and yet, at the end of this map, one of them will be going home. They'll be having to wait for LCQ, no chance at Copenhagen. Anyone's game at this point, though. Boombot going up into B heaven, making space for Tex to get on the line with his AWP.
Aid in the hand of Jorgamo.
Another play where they have to have a bit more of an instinctual timing.
Prowler spots it. Jorgamo pushed off that angle.
Doesn't seem like he's that worried, though.
He's relying off of something.
I mean,
One of his teammates
Boostio,
in terms of noise cues.
Boostio was able to hold the angle into B heaven. Now he's walked into the smoke at B main. Boostio could be in a deadly position right now.
What is occurring here? Okay, Hayes uses ult. He's going to get the information, and the angle's taken. Boostio wants to hold that one. Showstopper, though.
30 seconds left.
Again, the discipline. Making sure he doesn't release it too early.
Yeah,
Wait
love
for
this.
some kind of cue. Very final moment. Actually waits a little bit too long. It expires in his hands, but EG is still finding the kills across the maps. Eliminations, the timing, though. Jorgamo was not expecting it.
Jorgamo and Apot fall. This puts it down, only 2 players left alive. NRG somehow managed to recover this one.
Really felt like they had no right doing so, but here we go. Now the contact play. This is going to play into the spawn. Commentative using his ult. He has the rolling thunder. That's 2 players caught in the action, stunned up, but it matters not. They will fall. It's a 6-6 half.
Switching
In
sides.
split, the final map of this series. Elimination game. Team the losers go home. We're going to be going to a short break as well at the half. On the other side of things, which way is the series going to go? I could not tell you, but stick around. You don't want to miss it. Back into it, 6-6 at the half here on split map 3. And these 2 teams in these decider maps, both of them 1-0, Josh. 50-50. Anyone's game, isn't it?
It's about who steps up in the moments where it matters. And think about this. EG won the pistol round and the bonus round. Went up to a 4-0 beginning. And the half ends 6-6.
How does that happen?
I don't know, but it really feels like a must-win pistol round again for EG. NRG are the team that are putting the pressure on.
Yeah, and this is a team that's stepped up so much in the course of the playoffs.
Yeah, they've just improved
Above.
astronomically.
Yeah, above and beyond what they've really showcased, I think, in the groups. Knocking out teams everyone expected them to just bow out to.
Jorgamo's going to try and take this space. Spotted Ethan, who barrels away. 46 health.
Or just contact taking space off of it.
I'm not sure whether that was contact. I think he might have heard... Ethan may have heard him drop into rope there. He's looking for a nade off this trademark contact.
Gotta be careful of this one now. Okay, Boostio rips the head off of Ethan. The fragment did a bit of a job to try and slow down that approach, as well as they're trying to split off into the side. Skipping a hop as well, not making it easy for Tex to land those shots. They do get the trade.
And look at this A heaven control. They're going to plan for it. Jorgamo still spotting up here.
He's low.
And they have Apoth on the lurk. Even if Jorgamo goes down, I mean, he's getting healed currently.
Did he know he's there? One after the other, the flash comes in. It's a peek, but the timing is slightly off.
In the meantime, though, the screens player gets dismantled, and they still have this lurk from Apoth hiding in ropes all round.
So many layers to this pistol round for them. Som, massive task ahead for him. And reloads at the wrong time.
It's another gorgeous pistol round for EG, but it feels like a necessary one. Once more, I'll bring up the same stat I did on Bind. EG have only lost a single map when they win both of the pistols. They've only lost against the world champions, the winners of Masters Reykjavik, when they win both pistols. But NRG are really pushing them. And in the first half, it didn't matter that EG got out to a 4-0 lead. NRG was simply better when it came down to Then getting value out of the low econ, keeping the economy humble,
It was so
winning the
even
gun rounds.
man. So even.
Yeah.
You get that kind of advantage as well when Tex is playing Chamber. Headhunter bullets, always an opportunity to turn around. A bit of pressure now being applied into B main. Control needs to be had, and speaking to Tex as well. Speaking of the Chamber pick, I mean, the Headhunter catches the first, the double swing, and the Sheriff in the hand of Som does way too much damage. I think EG were hoping to convert a nice and easy one, but there's no such thing. Not in this series, not in this map between both of these teams.
Yeah, round 2 was absolute chaos.
EG are pushing in their spawn.
EG calling an audible, similar to the one that Hazed ran on them.
This is despite being taken all the way through.
Com should get a free one here.
Yep, just holding the lurk as they try and get information.
And the question is, what do? They're going back over. They're going to meet Ethan.
But Ethan solo with only a classic.
A right click.
A right click potentially. Ah, it's the run and gun.
Very
Reign
close.
supreme.
And EU would have had a nice timing on them potentially. His classic's done work before.
It's not bad.
It's 2v2.
Horn gets position on one of them. They know the other one. Is at default. How is EU getting this? Classic in hand, and now he's being swarmed. Blood in the water, NRG sense it, and they win it out. Not much to work with, not really anything at all, but the Headhunter, the Sheriffs, and it all comes together.
NRG not going for a force in any of these rounds, and yet they're making them so close.
What's happening?
It is consistently Tex finding value, getting the first kill with the Headhunter, and then the rest of the players swarming him. I mean, this opener is fantastic.
Both sides
but
of the
then
map.
this play is also wonderful as Hayes jumps around, creating a distraction for Som to swing, and he used classic works differently.
It does. I mean, I don't know. Has he got blackmail on the devs? Has he a little patch put into the tournament client just for him with the classic? Guy's shots are just insane.
And this should have been EG gaining momentum on their attack half. NRG stolen it away instantly. The dog cancelled. Counter Prowler to try and keep some A-ramp control. Perhaps it's going to be NRG that step up when it really matters. The fault line, the blast pack, Jorgamo looking the wrong way.
Yeah, he gets info though. He knows that there's two players there. There's anything that EG can do about it. The question is, swinging up into each other, lining up. Ethan and EU, despite the fact that they were in the Astropole. Wow, just like that, ended.
Yeah. EG do not look as deadly without the chamber in their composition.
Yeah.
On the eco rounds. It's NRG that are putting the pressure on. I was saying that in the first half as well. It might be deceivingly close, a 6-6 scoreline. NRG now being able to draw ahead in the series. Phenomenal performance from them on Split so far. And just getting back in this series overall. Think about how much they got crushed on map 1.
Yeah, not a lot of teams can do that.
13-3.
Not a lot of teams can do that. The reset going from map 1 to map 2.
And NRG now are arguably in a bit of control. That's
It's tenuous. You don't want to give the... listen, those words have weight.
it is on a wire.
I've got your trail.
Ooh, 10 health on Tex. Now the play comes through once more. Straight into action, but Texi holds his ground. Rooted to the back of the site. We're finding a head bushy, eventually cleaning him. The trails, though, giving away almost absolutely everything. Playing up on top of the rafters. Whole host of utility just being dropped down on top of their heads. A boombot, okay. Didn't quite know what to make of that one. Still calm, the reset. Finds it. Shot onto Som, taking him out. 2v2 now. And a late lurk once more, Apop. The timing, he was aware of it.
Yeah, looking around behind him. Now picks up a Vandal as well. Even more dangerous. And Hayes just slow peeks into the angle.
That was such an important round for EG. Such an important round.
And it's not only the kill that EU gets on Apoth, who's on the lurk. It's the fact that his ultimate just rinses the hit and sets them up to apply so much pressure to the plant. The Nightfall comes through, and EG, their senses are disabled. What a kill, by the way, with 10 HP from Tex.
There's a seeker in his face. There's everything in his face. I mean,
You've got to have confidence to stand your ground at
he's
a
under
moment like that.
complete pressure. But he knows he's going to hit the one shot, the one bang. How does he do it?
And look at EG. Their faces tell the story there. They can feel it slipping away from them a little. Every round matters so much. Tex is going to get posted up here on a line towards A with the Tour de Force.
It's all to play for.
Stunned off the rip, but it's not actually going to allow any space for Boostio.
Yeah, and NRG's money is so sky high.
Yeah, this is the first real time on Split where we've seen any team in comfortable control of the economy. And these teams... Oh, bit of a flash peek there with Ethan having an opportunity.
He's peeking it again. Let's go for seconds. Recommend a drop down the seas. Okay, didn't latch onto anybody.
There could be something reactive here into Haze. He has the paranoia equipped though.
Going for it.
Oh, look how
over the
good
top.
that haunt is.
How does Boostio get that one though? EU ends up dropping.
Hello.
Haze vulnerable to up.
No
Running
way.
their way in. EG, you're getting away with this once more. Oh, you just think you understand Valorant. And then this happens.
I've never professed to understand Valorant.
Yeah. I mean, just look at our Preds.
Here's Com coming around the back, looking for some kind of timing, catches Ethan, who's just saving at this point.
Off to the back, yeah. I mean, how do you win this?
This is EG. I said for a moment there that NRG, it was the first time that the team had control of the economy, that they'd finally got some kind of buffer. And sure, they're not going to be put onto an eco in round 18. But EG swarmed in.
Right back into it. They don't care about swinging into this one as well.
No.
Got the money, they got the buffer.
No problems whatsoever. How have they put that round onto the board? Overwhelming the B-side anchor of Haze.
It looked impossible.
Yeah. Haze has got the paranoia through onto all of the players coming out. There's a haunt of them as well.
Haunt over the top so they can't push out of it.
Yeah. And somehow, some way...
just rip someone's head off.
Yeah. They're so confident just getting in, barreling in together and putting the pressure on NRG. They've drawn this back within one.
Back in it. They're back in it.
And these teams are playing for everything right now. They're 3 wins away, including this game from Copenhagen, the road to Denmark. Ethan, the only player on both of these teams that's been to an international tournament before.
Boostio with the setup. Cage is going across. But NRG have been playing heavy for this B main control.
Yeah, the same duo of Haze and Som.
There's a showstopper off of that.
Takes us so far forwards here.
You got to expect this. He does this a lot. The guy is aggressive, and they do.
Great
Sometimes
awareness.
those kind of tendencies, I mean, it means confidence from text, but it does make you a little bit more readable.
And with that opening pick, EG creating silence around the map. Boostio is a long way away from this play happening in B main. Are they choosing to return to him? Com's got the spike heading in that direction.
Yeah. So a bit of utility dumped into B main. That actually does feign that they could be going for some sort of B hit. Drags the NRG players still over towards that side of the site.
And those cages being deployed doesn't necessarily give the timing over to Ethan, doesn't give him any information. Being able to grab a kill here and back off into screens or elbow would be huge, but I think that Cosmic Divide and Breach out in space is not really going to allow an opportunity. He goes for it anyway.
Yeah, he flashes through.
Feels like he has to make a play in the 4v5.
Risks taken. Almost paid off if he managed to catch it onto Com, but doesn't in the end. Now this Cosmic Divide is going to be proving quite difficult to try and shrew their way through the Aftershock into the corner. How is he getting away with that? Pick available to him. A satchel to escape. Now another star drop down. Smoked off. It's the reload and time being bled off the clock. They don't have a lot of it.
Boostio's ultimate let them know that Hazed was in B main as the spike was planted. Apoth's still looking for it in the same lurk position, but you're right, NRG. They're giving up on this round. Trying to keep their economy in a good position.
They do have money at the end of the day, but it's being hunted out.
Yeah. They could have gone for it, but at the same time, you've got to think about the plant position and whether or not NRG control A Heaven. NRG are coming in for the retake. They would have to retake A Heaven control, get into sight, and somehow stop EG from, you know, still being able to maintain Heaven control as they go on the defuse. And with Apoth consistently lurking through ropes, if you can't deny the Heaven plant, you're going to be in trouble. At some point here, NRG need to make that decision to hold heavily onto A Heaven. I think playing retake is fine for NRG as long as they maintain A Heaven control the whole time and stop EG from planting in that spot.
Jorgum, I think, pre-firing common knife position. Prowler catching through, but a knife catches them anyway. That's good information for NRG.
A little slow.
I can't believe this, though.
Ethan thinks he's safe there. At least EU manages to pick up a return kill.
Oh my goodness, the nade. EU low. Hanging off the edge of rafters there. Prowler to try and get information. Okay, no one's lurked their way up into A ramp, but these attack sides, EG getting into control of things, honestly. Cutting of noise, using the utility to try and fake positionings. They do push them back off of heaven.
But EG aren't committing to this. They're creating chaos in the ranks of NRG. They don't know whether to use their utility, the haunt, the paranoia. Thankfully for NRG, they do hold on to it for a moment. There's
Double
the
satchel
paranoia used, though.
Available, yeah. Showstopper. Two are available. Jorgamo's movement getting a little bit body blocked there, but they have to clear out the sides. No players of NRG present, though.
And they're going, oh, not for the A Heaven plant this time.
30 seconds left.
Without that A Heaven control, without a ramp control, choosing not to. And so Apoth's lurk here is coming into the same spot, but it runs into a trademark.
I mean, this is so important. Som has got so much to do. He's got the nade, double satchel, and a showstopper, and Texas found a great opening. With Jorgamo falling, they can retake control of screens, and here you go. Showstopper in the hand. Does he spot the player out? Reformed. That's a death sentence. Swings around, but how has he made that work? He collects a kill in the process. Down to 2v3 to stun. That's impeccable. And the timing of the swing, Sky is playing instinctual. And it pays off massively, but now just down to it. Time being burnt off.
He doesn't have time anyway.
Yeah.
And Apoth on the same late lurk. Essentially AFK in the round, except to secure the pull.
I mean, he
finally making his way past the trademark.
Denies the plan from any location.
But also, think about how insane that is that EG are essentially pulling off these rounds 4v5. Because Apoth is not having an impact until very, very late on in the post plant. Wins a 1v2 here
just
in elbow to put his team in an advantage and make it impossible for Hayes to clutch.
Yeah.
But that's the wild thing to me, watching these rounds play out, is that NRG can't even put pressure on Evil Geniuses with the smoke player not a factor.
Just taken out of things.
Of course, Apoth can still throw utility for the rest of his team and is doing so. They should have an advantage in the gunfights. Tex finding the first kill for them.
Oh my goodness. Okay. A fragment.
And this is a force Brent. Tex with another.
Taking off heads.
Exactly when his team needs him, he steps
NRG.
up.
I mean, this is literally a classic NRG round. When his team needs him most.
They have a stinger and a judge to work with, Brent. And Tex is taking duel after duel. He's 6-2 in terms of first kills to first deaths. The impact has just been phenomenal.
Back and forth, back and forth. NRG, it feels like they don't fold under this kind of pressure with the weight of this game on their shoulders. The lower bracket game, the elimination match, the final map going all the way. The freebie.
And NRG, they do have some veteran presences on this squad with Hayes, the Cobbler, and Ethan.
One enemy remaining.
Good little swing through, Som. Risky. Satchel to the side, but just left alone.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, the veteran presence of this team on NRG.
Yeah.
It's the kind of stuff that really does make it able for them to battle back, especially if they got flattened on map number 1. You don't see teams come back from that.
No.
When you get beaten down like that, it usually bleeds into the next map, the next performance, but it just didn't.
Especially considering how many close losses NRG have had. If you think about their 2022, and you wanted to summarize it in one sentence, it would be close losses. Close,
Yeah.
but no cigar. And yet they made playoffs this time. They battled through the guard, the Stage 1 winners. They knocked out Ghost, some of the community and analyst favorites, to make it through to Copenhagen. And now they're going tit for tat against EG.
What a performance.
And what a round coming up here. One away from his ult. Both of the initiators with potential to influence this attacking round pretty heavily. And on the other side of things, you got EU with his Nightfall, which was fantastic for them to get off a fast retake last time EG went for an A exec. EU's going to position himself over by A ramp, just helping to support Tex onto this line. It makes the B side of the map a little weaker, but I think at this point, NRG are pretty confident they're taking B main for free every time. There's a one-way from Hazed in B main, and Som is just holding it on his own. You wouldn't see that at the beginning of the half, but he's confident EG are only retaking this, you know, round about now at the minute mark.
Oh, makes a slight noise, but he breaks the trademark.
I've got your trail.
That's removed. That's going to throw the unknown quantity into this plan, into this round. Fragment nade. Once again, utility being traded one for another. Ethan ready and waiting, but already the pace is being shown. Som, he delivers it. A kill for them. Apoth, though, finally coming alive.
Grabbing a couple, trading things out really effectively. As Jorgamo, the utility usage was not perfect there for him. But they find a player advantage anyway.
Ult available for EU. Does he choose to use it?
I think you have to. This is such an important swing round. Maybe they're looking for another pick before they commit.
Yeah.
That could be it.
They find two, in fact, the Rolling Thunder, though. That's going to be immediately answered back. Just Tex left alive. 1v2, the money running low. He has to find the mark and running around. He could feel the pressure of the time ticking low. Reformed, he catches it, just crouched.
And EG, what a response. Being able to get into the site there. Apoth trading out a couple of players to get them two. But what I like is the post-plant activity there. Choosing to invest Rolling Thunder to stop and disrupt NRG's retake. Comms holding that one off any form of contact, any form of information. And it stops NRG's attempts at that round.
A timeout now. I have to wonder, what have they got that they're working with? Because, I mean, so far, each of these rounds, it's been rare to see one where any team has any sort of surviving members they can carry forwards, but not even sure what ultimates they're really working with as well. I mean, how do you even cook up something against this? What EG are doing?
For NRG, they've got some themes around the EG attack. If they're going for an A plant, they know that there's going to be a late lurk. I think they've got enough information about Apoth to now know that that's how he's playing these attack post plants. The other part about it, they're getting B main for free.
Yeah.
But what can they really do with that when Reformed is flash retaking it around minute 15 on the clock? I think for NRG, maybe just throwing down that one way and playing very heavily for B heaven might end up being the play. Give up that B main control, but fake like you're there. In fact, that's not what they're going to go for. There are so many ways that you could take the strategy in this map. And it looks like Hayes and Som are going to fight for B main control again. Maybe heavily hold it. Try and play some anti-flash positions. EG are running a default against perhaps what they perceive to be a slightly lighter buy from NRG. Maybe anticipating some defensive aggression.
Yeah, maybe. Got a force in hand, though. You have to respect this one.
And it does look like they're going to fight heavily over B main.
Oh, my.
Tech is going to be left on a bit of an island, but playing the best agent for it.
Jorgamo's been doing this so much. Looks his way into ropes. Satchel gets thrown, breaks the trademark. NRG going over to investigate like a couple of NPCs. Their attention drawn and rewarded with the kill. Jorgamo finished. What is the answer? It's a fast pivot from EG, but again, kills are being found all across the map. They know Apoph's going to be lurking late. Right down mid, he's collected. NRG coming up with the goods, coming up with the kills.
What a response. A strategic adjustment that works fantastically there. Clearing out the players that could have been dangerous. Jorgamo destroyed in ropes and Apoth caught on the lurk.
He's been doing that a lot. Jorgamo, the contact play and a timeout back to back.
Yeah, both teams using these up.
Just simmering, man. Simmering.
Games like these will define whether or not you're able to pick the rest of your year up, whether you can go on a run.
Yeah, you lose a match like this, you're losing sleep. You're losing sleep.
Absolutely. Because there are just so many moments where if something had gone fractionally differently, a team could have picked up steam, gone on a run, and yet they've gone back and forth the entire time. I mean, you can see the longest series of rounds that we can spot on the timeline is those 4 between round 7 and round 10.
Yeah.
What are EG trying to adjust here? It feels like the playbook could potentially go a little deeper. They haven't run too many rounds where they take mid control and then cut the noise, pressure between both sides.
Jorgamo just walks up behind his boombot most of the time.
I think one of the big things they've been struggling with is dealing with Tex's op and wondering whether it could be over at A ramp. it seems like it's been a bit difficult for Boostio to take that space for free.
They don't even have the spike.
Text could be
spawn.
open.
They've forgotten about it.
Apoth's going to run back for it now. But this is an eco round. They've chosen not to invest. That is a large decision from EG in their timeout.
Yeah, look at this, 11-11.
Talking to the coaches, they're playing for OT.
That is stress enough.
They've had a thrifty round that went incredibly well. And it was Jorgamo with a stinger.
Players are leaning themselves into mid. Nade? Okay. Ethan throws out just the flash, but push back. The star in play. Looks like NRG are looking to try and fight this one aggressively. Potential to overstep themselves, but it's Boostio just trying to capitalize off all the space and I think presence that NRG were showing in mid.
Yeah. Getting caught by Tex, who's doing such a great job of locking down these extremities. Flashing to B Heaven. Can EG close the space? Can Jorgamo get into a position with his stinger?
Oh, the right click from the stinger. He just can't quite find it. The damage is eventually done, though. Just tickling them across the site. Apoth in position, though. Just a frenzy. And the Heaven approach. Angles being found. That's a Spectre. Com doing some work with it. 2v3. And a rifle in the hands of Apoth. There's no way, right? There's just no way. NRG are doubled up. Good discipline being shown from them. They're not overextending themselves. They know they are waiting for that plant sound. Star goes down though, and that's going to be breaking up the one side of things. The fragment drops down. Apoth, he has to commit to it, and he gets away with his life, but at what cost? He's low now. They hear Com drop, a bit of random spam. They're trying to play across over each other. It's chaos in the camp. They're overheating. A stun, Apoth just runs straight into them.
Not anticipating that many players, perhaps thinking there could be a timing and a peek from B Heaven. But you're right, that did feel like a bit of an overheat. They had a play they wanted to cook up, the fault line and the push into the smoke, but I think it was a little readable there. The fact that Com dropped down, he took a bunch of fire, blind fire coming across. All in all though, that was what EG were expecting, an unsuccessful eco round. That's normal. They were playing for OT. They took that timeout knowing that it was likely to go 12-12 if they could perform in this final round with rifles in their hands. No enormous ultimates to work off. We've seen Apoth use the Cosmic Divide for some A hits occasionally. Spike over in market with a B lean here. Tex has the economy to put an op in his hands.
This is it. OT or bust. NRG could be walking away with the series continuing through this playoff. EG looking to deny that. Here and now, but Tex again. Aggression plays off. Com falls. It's the first player down, and for EG, dire circumstances.
Even the teleport from Hayes managed to draw out quite a bit of utility there for EG. They're in a 4v5 scenario. Not favored whatsoever, and they've lost information on where this operator could be. Boombot comes up mid, trying to clear out the common positions. And it's a Cosmic Divide that looks like perhaps a bit of a fake. Forces out a paranoia.
There's no speed behind it. The players are just waiting.
Yeah. It maybe feels like a fake for NRG and might allow the EG players to set up, but the nade is perfect. Perhaps Boostio can be a miracle worker from heaven. Otherwise, NRG look like they're in position.
Yep, that's it, the haunt. The seas, it just pulls him back as well. Boostio can't quite find the angle still. Jorgamo moving forward, he needs to do damage for his team now. They need it. Here and now, but still the swings are there, and Som, he's built up the rocket. One player left standing, it's only Boostio. And against Som, he's firing on all cylinders, not possible. Evil Geniuses eliminated here in the lower bracket of our Stage 2 playoffs. NRG will be moving forwards, and these guys carrying their way forwards in that lower bracket. How many more teams are they going to eliminate? Well, I mean, listen, the question up in the air, and I'm sure our analyst desk are going to be wondering it. We're going to go to a short break, setting up that second match of the day. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. You know you're not going to want to miss even a single part of this.